We're going to talk about the Blue Eyes situation that's been developing for the last 48 hours. So make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. So yesterday morning we got the reveals of the Primite Dragon, the level 4 that kind of allows the entire Primite package to kind of come together. And all I've been reading for the last couple of hours from people has been, oh my god, Konami's really let me down. As a Blue Eyes main out here, this is ridiculous. I can't afford this deck. Like, how dare you, Konami, do this to me? How dare you make this card a secret rare? And I've got other people over here that have been complaining about the price of Lordly Load. I would like to once again remind every single human being that watches this video that Lordly Load started off as a $3 card. They are now near $50 as of filming this today. And granted, did you have an opportunity to buy these once Japan started to showcase the knowledge of this deck? Oh, 100%. All right, this is one of those favorite times we get to come back to the whole, universe topic out here and go, you've been presented with all this knowledge out here. I cover as much OCG content as I can, and I can tell you I have uploaded a good chunk of Blue Eyes gameplay. We have the proxies right here. All right, we've play tested the Blue Eyes deck. Like, I have played this on this channel. We have talked about OCG meta analysis as well. We have torn through all of this. I have presented you with as much info as I can to have you be educated on the topic at hand. And all I still read from people out here is, screw Konami, how dare they do this to me? I almost had a chance at a tier 1 deck, and then they printed this card as a secret. The community's buying up Lordly Loads and all of this crazy shit. Get over yourself at this point. Like, if you're choosing not to stay educated on the game, then complaining about people picking up cards because they have already seen what what are we doing here? All right, I'm one thing I am extremely happy about, though, off of all of this, though, is the Dragon Master Magia thing. The community has finally stopped bitching about. All right, they have finally stopped complaining about Dragon Master Magia being needed for the Blue Eyes deck. You know how long it took for this community? They were throwing piss fits. They were shitting on the floor. They're like, I need Dragon Master Magia. It makes it makes your deck an inconsistent pile of garbage is what Magia does. All right, Magia forces you to play way more bricks for a payoff of a triple negate, where you can play a Primite package, have it not cost you a little arm and a leg. I had somebody at my locals that talked about taking out a loan from the bank for $3,000 to buy 3 Dragon Master Magia just to have them. Like, these are the real things that I hear and see from this community. So I am glad that the natural progression of the community, though, has shifted away from Magia, which probably is going to get a reprint sometime soon. Probably at least enough of a time to allow Blue Eyes players to be able to play it if they choose to. So there is that. Now, back to the problem of this video all started when I had a couple people. I actually one broke down in my server, and I had another 2 people break down in my comment section talking about how the Primite package, with the reveal of the dragon, as a budget player, it's so unfair that Konami make this thing what it is. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, what do you mean it's unfair? You knew that Lordly Load, already being an established secret rare, you knew when they made a searcher for it that it was going to be in a higher rarity slot. You literally knew that Another Barrel was probably the most expensive part of the deck coming down the pipeline because it literally allows the deck to be playable. I don't know who didn't see that one coming. Now, your trade-off for this entire argument here, this whole thing, all right, if I were to adequately judge the Blue Eyes pile right now for things that you need, you already had to go pick up. See, this is another thing that really bothers me about the community complaining about Another Barrel. Nobody's complaining about Dominus Purge right now, and Purge is a hand trap that really helps out the deck's consistency. But as you can see, the raised eyebrow here, and it's not just the heart attack. You can definitely tell that $90 for a set of these, and that's not breaking your back. Like, I figured since we're complaining about in-house cards, why are we not complaining about, cards that are deemed, good cards in this? Or did you pick those up at $10, forgot to buy Lordly Loads, now you're pissed at Lordly Loads and you're mad at another barrel? Like, priorities. Also, one other thing that I do want to point out, amongst all of this that's going on right now, amongst all the Blue Eyes players being, shit pissed mad and all of this, there's nothing stopping Konami from dropping a Lordly Load reprint anytime soon. We could see, Konami could very much acknowledge the fact that Lordly Load does need a reprint in order to allow you the chance to play the Blue Eyes deck. That is 150% a thing that could happen here. And we do have a rarity collection coming up here very soon with that main pool of 80 cards. The problem still is going to be this, though. This is still going to be, I can't imagine this not being an issue whatsoever. Something had to be a secret rare to sell the Supreme Darkness, man. Like, I'm sorry to tell you that, but it was always going to be the Primite stuff. All right, cards really freaking good for what it is. Recurability, the ability to set, combined with the rest of the stuff. It's just, what solutions and alternatives do I have? Well, if Dragon Master Magia does get a reprint in Stampede, all the anime people can be happy. That's step one. Step two, pick up a time machine, go back and buy Lordly Loads when they were $3. No, but unfortunately, judging by the current cost of another barrel is probably going to be $90 a playset. Looking at this deck, 3 Blue Eye Structure decks, and then you're looking at 3 Lordly Loads is $150, $240 to have that package. Dominus Purge, you're looking at another $90 on top of that, in order to play, good style Blue Eyes. The rest of the Blue Eyes deck, I think, comes in the Structure deck. And then, of course, you got your DLC of Fulawarses if you're choosing to play them whatsoever. Because Imperm and I think Ash are they in the deck? I'm not exactly sure what's going to get changed from the OCG list to our list. But, you've already got a $300 price tag in order to play Blue Eyes. Now, if you wanted to play Master Magia Blue Eyes, you got a $1,000 price tag on top of the deck, not considering a reprint. So, the best thing that I can tell you here, straight out of the box, is reprints will happen eventually. You gotta be patient for this stuff. All right. If this isn't a lesson to anybody out here, pay attention to OCG tournament results. All right. I will tell you the same thing I've told you guys over and over again. The OCG, while people seem to think that it doesn't frickin' matter, it does. All right. It really, really does. And when we started to see Lordly Load go up, or started to see play, it started to rise in price. All right. Right now, Orcus is starting to take over in the OCG, and we've already started to see System Down move up in price. You don't see people really talking about that too much right now, but, the resources are there. Go on, literally, grab some kanji. Literally, go to Google Translate, type in Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG. Go to Twitter. Plug in some results, start doing some research. I post up the weekly results from Next Play because they show up every week, but I'm trying my best. I literally handing info to people out here, and they're still upset about all this. At this point, nobody's going to be happy about this. Having information 3-4 months in advance literally just seems to make this game, people just question things, and I don't understand that. So the Blue Eye situation is as follows. Another secret rare makes the Lordly Load package harder and more unattainable to get. Meanwhile, everybody had equal footing to buy it on the very early days. We've had 2-3 months of this deck running around out here. People have had the chance to see the results. They've had the chance to do the research, see these results, see why this deck is performing. Get them on the high end as things are accelerating up to the $10, $20 mark. But yet this community, certain people just choose not to acknowledge the OCG, and then it's the same people that literally just sit here and cry when the prices hit $50 and like, why is this it's the same cycle, and I get to make the video every 2-3 months when this happens. And you know what, maybe by the 10th time you've seen me make this video, maybe you're gonna go, huh, maybe the Fat Tubalard is actually correct. Maybe he's onto something here. Or no, wait, no, I'm gonna go complain on the internet because I can't afford these cards when I, had an easier chance. Hell, you could have bought the Lordly Loads and decided you want to build Blue Eyes and sell them for $40 a piece. Would have made a free $120 at this point. Like, there was a reward at the end of the rainbow. It was $120. You could have took that $120 and bought other cards, play the game. Your budget you were on, turning that $10 into $150 and turning that budget into another deck, and maybe even spending just $50 and keeping $50, $60 to yourself. Like, there was a reward at the end of the rainbow for being educated, but people tend not to think about that. You guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.